listen. First of all, that's not the case. Number one, because we did everything we was going to do. Number one, let me start off with the red flags. She gets here Friday night. She lands about 7 o'clock. She's staying for 3 days. First thing she does is go to the liquor store and buy 6 bottles of wine. She's talking to a friend, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she says, I shouldn't be worried. If anything, he should be worried. I'll fuck up. I'll go crazy.
So, you have a lot of people, they go on Kendra G's show. They're looking for love, singles on Instagram Live, and also singles on Facebook Live. But they go on there looking for love, and after they get off the show, they find people. They have a bunch of people hitting them up, trying to get with them. And I know sometimes you may wonder what happens after they meet people behind the scenes. Well, today we have an update on this one right here. If you missed her before, check out the link below to see her first appearance on the show. But it's been over a month and she's back. She's been married twice. Her second husband is the one who paid for her divorce from her first husband. And now she's in the process of getting rid of her second husband. So she was joking that maybe she could find the third one to pay for the divorce from her second husband because it's pretty expensive. Well, the single mother of 2, she met a man, so she went back to Kendra G to give her an update. One time for our sister Asia Lene. Asia, she sent this in. She's like, we have to see it. So we're going to go ahead and check that out. Shout out to Kendra G as well. Before we get started, take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Click the notification bell for all updates. And if you're new, include new subscriber in the comments below. And I'm going to try my best to respond to all of you. If you're from Kansas City, make sure you let me know below in the comments. I want to hear from you. Not going to waste any time. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Girl, we got to get an update.
Girl, do we?
Well, first of all, okay, I think I remember some things. You were married. You were going on a divorce. Are you officially divorced? You're still not officially divorced.
No.
Yeah, that's why people really shouldn't be dating married people until they're really divorced. Kendra is probably looking like that because a month ago, she told her that her divorce would probably be finalized in a month. Well, it's over a month later. She's still legally married.
Okay, for those who don't know, let's start from the beginning. Tell me your name again.
My name is Mari, and I live in Kansas City.
Lives in Kansas City.
I have 2 children.
2 children.
I've been married twice.
Okay.
And I'm working on my divorce with my second one, but girl, stuff don't be going the way that you plan it.
And one thing that you said last time is
I want a 666.
No, before we get to that, you had a lot of quotables. The first quotable was your second husband paid for the divorce of your first husband.
Yeah.
And now you need the third husband to pay for the divorce of your second husband.
That's what she said.
Yeah, but that one was a joke.
Okay. So
it really was a joke. I promise you it was a joke.
Okay. But
yeah.
But let me ask you this. Did your second husband really pay for the divorce of the first husband?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah, because at that time in my life, I just didn't have it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I was, 25, just building my career. Like, I just didn't have it. And he's 10 years older than me, and he did, so.
And that right there is why I never felt bad for husband number 2.
Okay. So let's go through some things before we go in. What was the feedback you got? I know you got an update.
Oh, my God. Okay, so let me just say this, Kendra. In my DM came one of your friends.
Who's my friend?
He said he was your friend.
What's his name?
He goes by DJ Killatouch. His name is Adam Rosen.
I know. I do know Killatouch. I don't appreciate him using me as a name plug though. But I do know him.
Definitely did. And girl, when I tell you, it was a fucking mess. A mess. I went down and I seen him in Florida. And girl, it was very, very poor and very, very dirty and very, very, it was not it, girl. It was not it. And he was sitting up there name dropping all these celebrities.
Yeah, so he's a Rosenberg, heavily connected in the music industry, from New York City to Miami-Dade, right now based out of Broward County. 43 years old, and he's best known as the official DJ of Jadakiss. Very good friends with DJ Envy and Angela Yee and a whole bunch of others. Megan Good. He's done work with Cardi B in the past and a lot of other people.
Like, he with all these celebrities, but his money is tied up in his artists, yada, yada, yada. And I don't even air people out, but I'm gonna air him out because first of all, the first thing was he is a Caucasian, and he says Nick, and he said that all of his black friends and everyone who he's ever been around, no one has ever told him that that wasn't appropriate.
That's a lie. We've had a conversation. Touch was on the show one time before. And see, the thing is this. I know exactly what you're talking about. First of all, I do know Touch. I work in the entertainment industry. He's a person that works in the entertainment industry. So I have known him via my industry for a very long time. And we do have a rapport. But we have had that conversation about him using the N-word several times. Actually, one time on the show, we kind of had that conversation of him using the N-word. But he doesn't understand that there are people in his circle, see, NY is a little different. There's people who around the world don't like Hispanic people using the N-word, right? But in New York it's kind of accepted. But the world it's smaller because of social media.
Kendra is right about that. Up in New York City, they accept that type of stuff, but everywhere else it's unacceptable. I mean, look at Detroit. Eminem grew up around black people, but he's not going around saying that word. The folks in those 5 boroughs, they have something else going on up there that the rest of us, we don't understand. But at the end of the day, that's the price of being with somebody in an interracial relationship. If they don't use the word all the time, then at some point when they get angry at you, these words will come out. So honestly, right now, she's trying to make this a BLM thing, and I'm not falling for it. I'm sorry. No, I do not agree with him using that word, but I want to hear out the rest of the story to see what happened, because what it sounds like is she was looking on his Instagram. She's like, oh, he's connected. Oh, he'll be fun. Oh, he has money. He's riding around in a Rolls Royce. And when she got there, it was something different.
So I'm a firm believer. Every black person has their own individual right to feel about that word. And if you are a black person that's offended when anybody that's not black says the word, that is your right. And can nobody challenge that?
Yeah.
So, I don't like that Killer Touch says that word either. We have had that discussion before.
Girl, yeah. And he
But let me see if I can. I'm going to text him because they're telling me to tag him. I'm going to put him on speak. I'm going to put him on speaker.
And meanwhile, girl, I paid for my
own he didn't answer. He's not answering. Say again.
I said, and meanwhile, like, I paid for my own ticket and everything because I said that I'm not on that type of time. I let that be known from the beginning. I was like, this is not that type of trip. I'm not on that type of time. Like, I'll come out and we can be cool. We can be friends or whatever. But, like, it's not none of that. Like,
so you paid for your own ticket to go meet him?
Yeah, of course. It's a $300 ticket on Southwest. I'm on A-list. Like, it wasn't like a big deal. So I was like, all right, boom. I had nothing to do. I was bored for the weekend and I was like, all right, I'll just go down. And so I did. And girl, it was a mess. It was a mess. And he was like, not a good person. And I was like, what the and I was just, I'm not going to air it all out, but girl was a mess. And so I think I'm gonna be dating for a little while.
Okay, let's keep going. He actually texted back and said he can't come on, but I did tell him, I was like, she going in, so you should come defend yourself. He said you crazy.
Okay.
I believe everybody who watched the first video, they picked up on that.
All right, so what he doesn't want to come on the show, but his text response is that you're crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Ciao. Okay. I got some receipts. I'm gonna just send them to you though.
Let's continue with you. So now,
Okay.
more attributes. Okay, you have 2 children. You're currently married, getting a divorce. Mm-hmm. When do you think your divorce is gonna be over?
Honestly, Kendra, I don't even know. Every single time it's like you think that you come to an agreement on stuff and then, then it's like, oh no. And it's just, I think he's not ready right now.
Your husband?
Yeah. And you know what? And I feel like we're friends. We are friends. Like, we're really good friends. Really good friends. Like, he is a person who I can, like, depend
on. Y'all still having sex?
No, we are not.
Okay.
Yeah. No. But we can still sleep in the same bed. Like, sometimes I'll go over and we can literally sleep in the same bed, no sex, no nothing. Like, we're just friends, like genuine friends. And we're better that way. When we were together, it was not that. Like,
I believe she broke up with the second husband after 2 years of marriage, so what is it to really agree on? Then you're such good friends that you can sleep in the same bed with each other, so what's the holdup, really? Remember, this is the woman who wanted an open relationship, but her husbands, they didn't want that. So I'm thinking that he's still paying for everything for her. She's liking the access to his money, but she's not trying to be with only him. She's trying to be with him, other men, other women, everybody. That's what she said.
it's so much better just being friends. But yeah, I got a lot of DMs, a lot of DMs since last time. And I did a video about, like, I tried to start like vlogging and stuff about like just dating and just, you know, kind of like being a little bit transparent, but at the same time, I think I'm really funny and my sense of humor is a little bit different. So, you know, I'm like really sarcastic and things, and people think I'm serious, but I'm not. So yeah, so I just been doing that, you know, working.
First of all, even after hearing her story and everything that she revealed in the last video, people are still in her DMs. This is why the modern women can't change, because they keep getting rewarded for bad behavior. On top of that, she's like, oh, well, I can start talking about dating. So who's to blame here? Her or the people that's in her DMs or the people that's willing to follow her?
Okay, and what kind of man are you looking for, boo?
I don't think he exists, but if he does, he is definitely more submissive. And
He's more submissive than you?
No, like he submits to me, like he's submissive to me. Yeah, like I just want like someone who's calm and chill, who plays the background. You know what I'm saying? Like not really opinionated, like don't have a bunch of like always like stuff to say and always trying to like tell you what you should do or where, you know what I'm saying? Like how you should move. Like just sit back. What did Chris Rock say? Play the tambourine. So yeah, like that. But successful, obviously. I'm gonna maintain that one. Girl, I'm gonna have to maintain that one.
Yeah, you said he gotta make a certain amount of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much he has to make?
6 figures, at least.
At least 6 figures.
Mm-hmm.
And you date women too?
Yes.
Will you get married again?
Yeah.
You will get married again?
Yeah, I'll get married again. Girl, I might get married like maybe 4 or 5 more times. I don't care.
And this is what I don't like about our generation. People love playing around with marriage.
Okay. What about kids? Do you want more kids?
No.
For sure, no more kids.
Yeah, no.
So the guy can't have kids?
I would prefer that he didn't.
Mm.
But if he did, like maybe 1 or 2. Like maybe 1. Probably.
And how long has your divorce process been going on?
For about a year and a half.
Okay, and you have no idea. So if a guy's watching, that might be a concern. So how does he know you're going to get a divorce eventually? Like when should he expect that? Or you don't mind dating while you're still married? Well, obviously you don't mind dating while you're still married. You want to go meet the guy in Florida,
right? Because I don't mind dating while I'm still married. Because to me, the marriage part is more about business. Like marriage is business. Like your relationship, your love, your commitment to each other, that is your relationship. So when your relationship ends like that, that's okay. You know, you're okay. You're both honest and open. You're not living together anymore. You know, we have children together, so, you know, we're still going to be in each other's lives. The divorce is about business, and that is it. Like, sometimes to close deals, you have to play the long game, right? And
you see, the business of marriage for these modern day women is to extract resources from men. You just heard her describe the finesse. Just like with her first divorce, she's trying to make sure that she's able to get a good settlement from the second husband. So she says she's playing the long game. And for the women out there, understand, this is why men can't trust women. There's so many women out there that think just like this. They only have like one purpose for men. They don't like them. You don't respect them. The only thing they can do is use them. And that's what's going on. That's why the marriages won't work. And she says she may get married 4 or 5 more times. Do you understand that she's going to go into husband number 3 expecting to divorce him already? And at the end of the day, husband number 3 will be the fool, just like husband number 2 was the fool. There's so many red flags. No one should have been in her DMs.
Marriage is the business part. And it's saying, hey, we make a good team, we can make money together, let's make this money together. But when we have this marriage contract, because that's the easiest way to just be like, boom, 50-50.
Last question. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I think because I'm hilarious. I'm really funny and I'm really fun to be around, and I feel like he can tell me why he's lucky to be with me. Like, I'm lucky to be with myself, so I'm good.
Thank you, Shy.
Wait, hold up. Look at Kendra's face. She even saw the delusion here. Now, let's move right along. The guy that she went to go hook up with in Florida, he's one of Kendra's friends. So Kendra, she was able to hit him up and he gave his side of the story. Take a look.
So a couple things. Now, I'm going to allow you to defend yourself. But 2 things. Don't be hitting people up and saying, you know me. Don't be name dropping like that.
Oh, Kendra, I didn't say like, oh, I know Kendra. Like, that happened to be the conversation. Like, that's not name drop. Like, I know.
I mean, we are friends, but I don't want you to use that as your way in.
I don't name drop. Like, she's crazy. Number one, 100% crazy. Okay.
Well, Touch, if you don't name drop, how would she know the names? She will only know the names if you tell her.
It's not name dropping. I've said that she's my friend. Like, I'm not saying like that's it. I say you're my friend. I'm not lying. Nothing I said is a lie.
That is true. We are friends. Now, Touch, she did. Now, another thing that she brought up is that you used the N-word, and she said that you said.
Okay.
Hello?
No, I didn't. Good.
She said that you said that none of your black friends have ever talked to you about that, and that's not true because you and I have had that conversation before.
Yeah, only because of that. But everybody that I'm around never has a problem. But listen, Kendra, let me defend myself. She said she didn't like it, right? She said this is on the phone before anything. She didn't like me saying that word. I said, listen, that's me. I've had girls before that didn't like it, and I just stopped talking to them because that's just me. Like, it's not in a racist way. It's just the way of life. Like, it's just a word that in the hip hop culture, that's what we use. It's not racist in any form. And I said, I can try.
Well, no, the N-word is a racist word. You know that.
That's not in the hip hop culture.
Well, because no, N-word. Hold on, real quick.
Another DJ used to do that too. DJ Khaled. The people of Miami used to allow him to go around saying that word. He felt so comfortable. But when he got on the national stage, he had people coming at him like, homie, don't play that. And ever since then, DJ Khaled dropped the word. Mark Wahlberg, I'm thinking that he learned his lesson too. So anyway, let's keep listening so we can find out what happened on this date. The thing is, she chose him. Out of all the people in her DMs, she chose him. So she went down to Florida to get her swirl on, and now she's complaining about the N-word. Like, okay, what else happened?
The N-word is always going to be a racist word for a black person when a non-black person is saying that. So you're a grown man, you got to make your own decision, but you have to receive that. There are black people who will never be comfortable. There will never be comfortable with non-black people saying that word.
But if we establish this before she even comes, that I'm gonna say it, I can try to cut back, but it's gonna be said. You can't be mad when you get here and I say it, because we already had this discussion.
Okay, that's true. If you said it before she came and she knew you said it, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But you do have to understand. Black people are never gonna be okay with that.
Some people, listen. Kendra, you know the people I'm around, and they have no problem with it. Not saying all. If you feel that way, that's how you feel. I can't change that. But I'm also not going to stop that. That's me. But anyway.
Yeah, so he was saying the N-word before they even met up. Now that she done went down to Florida acting a plumb fool, she's trying to hide behind civil rights and stuff now. Like, cut it out. I can't stand when women do this. You know you're wrong, but then you try to pull the race card. If you was really for black people, you wouldn't have paid those $300 to go down to Miami and meet up with him. He was already saying the N-word before you went down there. Why are you making it a problem now? Oh, I know. You want us to take your side by making us emotional. So we're not being objective and really understanding what happened. It's people like her. They'll drag black men all across the courtroom all down the hallways, outside to the steps of the courthouse. But they want us to believe they B1. And yeah, I know a lot of people fall for that, but I ain't falling for it. You went out of your way to go from Kansas City all the way down to South Florida to go meet up with a man who kept saying the N-word before you even went to go meet up with him. And then you told him that you didn't like him saying that, and he told you that he'll try to cut back, but he's gonna keep saying it anyway. And you went anyway? And no, he should not be saying that word. And she knew it. But you have so many black women out there risking their lives trying to finesse people. They're trying to get with white men for resources. Yes, they are willing to talk to somebody, meet with somebody, go to the home of a man who said the word. And let's be clear, if anybody says something about his people, they'll be shut down.
Okay.
What up?
Now, the other thing she said is that you were talking about you had your money tied up and it was just a terrible weekend. Did you want to rebuttal?
Listen, first of all, that's not the case. Number one, because we did everything we was going to do. Number one, let me start off with the red flags. She gets here Friday night. She lands about 7 o'clock. She's staying for 3 days. First thing she do is go to the liquor store and buy 6 bottles of wine. I'm like, why are you buying so much liquor if you're only staying there for 3 days? So the next day, I'm gonna tell you the whole story. Saturday morning, she's like, yo, she want to go to the mall and then she want to go to the beach. She ain't bring no beach clothes. She want to go to the mall, go to the beach. We go to the mall. She's drinking the whole day. She's drinking nonstop. We get to the beach. She realizes she loses her phone. Right? She lost her phone. We go back to the mall to try to find the phone because that's the only other place we was at. We get to the mall. I go sit down. I sit down so I could start calling security. Call security to find the phone. I look up. She's gone. Now, mind you, she's drunk. She got no phone, and I got her bag with all her money. So I can't leave. I'm not gonna leave. But I'm looking for her for like 45 minutes. I finally find her. Still don't find the phone. I take her outside for another 45 minutes for the phone. We don't find the phone. She's drunk. She's wilding. She's acting crazy. All types of stuff. Then whatever. Like we get through the night. I take her to eat. Whatever. The next day is when it goes down. So Sunday. So Sunday, she want to go watch the Super Bowl because she says she got a commercial in there, whatever. She want to watch the Super Bowl. So we go to my friend has a club. My friend owns like a club, so we go there, right? So when we get to the club, we talk, and she says to me, I think we're better off as just being friends. Like I don't think we should do nothing. So I'm like, I'm cool, whatever. Like I already known you for 2 days. I don't care. She starts talking. She tells me. She asked me some crazy questions. I was telling her how like when I was in New Orleans, I got carjacked, and I told her like when I was younger, I had a cop pull a gun to me, so I was breaking into a car. So she said, when that stuff happened, she said, did that traumatize you? I said, no, it happened, whatever. Then she said to me, do you think if you were black that would have traumatized you? I said, I can't answer that. I'm not black. How could I answer that? Then she calls me racist, right? She said, oh, you're racist, you're privileged, you're white, this and that. At the same time she's doing that, she shows me a message. She texting her friends, right? She texts her friend saying she's ashamed and embarrassed to be in a black club with a white boy. So when she shows me that, I said, who's the racist? I said, if anybody sounds racist right now, it's you, because you're ashamed to be with a white boy in a black club. Like, you knew what you were doing when you came here. Like, why, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. So then she was like, we started arguing about that, and then she was like, oh, well, for the rest of the trip, don't talk to me. I said, bitch, here's my rest of the trip. I said, you
called her?
She called me racist. She's telling me she's embarrassed to be with me. I said, yeah. I flipped out. I said, bitch, you gotta get tonight. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, well, if I gotta get out, you gotta give me a hotel room. I said, no. I said, you gotta get out my place tonight. She says, well, if I gotta get out, I'm gonna find somebody in the club that's gonna take care of me. I said, oh yeah, I don't care. So I get up, I pay the check, and I leave, right? I go to my crib, she texts me, she says she's coming over to get her stuff and she's going to a hotel. I'm like, cool, no problem, come get your stuff. She's coming, she's getting off the elevator. I'm walking my dog. So I let her in my apartment, I walk my dog, I come back. First of all, when I come back, the door's locked from the inside, so I can't get in.
This woman went inside and locked him out of his own house. And then y'all wonder how these women go on these dates and they don't wake up, or they're hanging out, they get drunk, and the next thing you know, they jumped out the window mysteriously. So far, I do believe his story. She was even drunk when they went to the mall when she lost her phone. He had all of her stuff, her money and everything. He didn't take anything from her. Not only that, he didn't try to take advantage of her. But you don't go across the country to a stranger's house for 3 days. These women are crazy too. That's what I show you here day after day. And then while in the club, she's like, well, I'm gonna get somebody else to come and take care of me. She's trying to make him jealous by telling him that she's gonna find somebody else to finesse. Like, how is that supposed to make him jealous? Yeah, so now we see those games that she's been playing with the fathers of her kids.
So I called her, I said, open my door. She opens the door, she lets me in. I'm chilling by the kitchen, letting her pack her stuff. She's on the phone talking to a friend. I'm not saying nothing. Now, mind you, she only got 1 bag, so it shouldn't take that long. So she's there for like 10, 15 minutes talking to a friend, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she says to a friend, oh, yeah, well, we found the phone, but I see the comments. We found the phone, but she's talking to a friend, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she says, I shouldn't be worried. If anything, he should be worried. I'll fuck up. I go crazy. So when she said that, I said, bitch, I gotta get the fuck out. And mind you, I got this all on video because I'm smart. I don't want her flipping out. I got my phone recording. So I said, bitch, now you gotta get the fuck out. So she's like, oh, you're just mad because I said we should be friends, and I don't want to say. I said, I don't care about none of that. You call me racist, you're being disrespectful, you gotta go. I take her bag, I put it outside. She picks up a wine bottle. She picks up the wine bottle. Now, mind you, she knows this is Florida. She knows I got a gun. She knows I'm recording. No, I'm not saying I'm gonna do nothing, but I'm saying she knows. So she's smart. So she picks the bottle up and throws it at my windows.
She takes the bottle in your house and
she throws it at this window. Bam, throws it on the window.
Did it break?
Nothing broke because these are like hurricane. You know, these are good windows. Nothing broke. But when she did that, I said, you know what? I'm gonna just call the police because I don't want none of this. I called the police. As soon as she heard me call the police, she left. And I told the police we good. And that was pretty much it.
This is a terrible weekend. That was a terrible weekend.
Terrible weekend. But
for those who were just tuning in, she was on first. And he's now coming back. He's coming back to rebuttal or give his side to what she claimed. She was already on the show.
I don't know what she said, but I'm telling you the truth.
She didn't go into as many details as you.
Right,
she did say that she brought up that you used the N-word, and we just had that discussion.
Okay. Now another thing she said to me, Kendra, which is very weird. This was before that night. This was, I think, the first or the second day. She said to me, how come I go on your Instagram page and you got all these pictures with all these rappers and all these famous people, but when I go on their page, they don't got no picture with you? I said, you gotta be crazy, number one, to be looking on their pages, seeing if they got a picture with me. And Kendra, you know that anybody I got a picture with, you know, those are my friends. You know, DJ Envy is my good friend. Jadakiss is my good friend. Like, those are my friends. Like, if they got a picture of me or not, those are my friends. You know that, Kendra.
Yeah, Touch is literally in the music industry. I've been in the music industry now for 20 years. I might have known him for 15 years of my 20 years.
That's how
he definitely is. He definitely works in the music industry. I can confirm that. This is a crazy story.
You see these plaques on my wall, and you gonna say those aren't my friends. Like, come on, Kendra.
This is the name dropping she was talking about.
But it's not named. She said it to me. I never name dropped. She said, how come they're on your page and I don't see pictures on their page? That's not name dropping. Those are my friends. Like, Kendra, how's that name dropping? If I'm talking about my friend, it's not my fault my friend is famous. Like, that's not name dropping. I'm not gonna say, oh, Drake and Jay-Z. No, because those are not my friends. I'm gonna say Jadakiss. I'm gonna say DJ Envy. I'm gonna say Angela Yee. I'm gonna say people that are in my life every day.
Fair enough. All right, so I'm assuming you two. What? This is Super Bowl weekend, so this was earlier. This is a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the lesson learned: y'all were not compatible.
She's crazy. No, the lesson learned is she's crazy. She's a racist, and she doesn't understand that she is. Because she kept saying stuff about white people the whole trip, Kendra.
She didn't want to tell the whole story because then it would confirm what everybody was thinking anyway. From the very beginning, people pointed out her red flags. So many of them. But you have some men that's willing to risk all of it just to have a chance to sleep with her. In the last video, I told you that women like this are liabilities. You could literally lose your whole life. You could end up behind bars. You can lose your job, your career, messing around with people like this just for the weekend. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started below in the comments. They had more drama in their weekend than Passions, The Young and the Restless, and Bold and Beautiful all put together. Special thank you to Caleb and Paul for your support, as well as Darrell, our brother Dark Power, and Clifton. Want to see more content like this? You can support the channel too. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balance analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.